Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and welcome to a special report that has sent shockwaves through the digital streaming world, igniting a firestorm of outrage among a legion of dedicated fans. What we are about to delve into is not just a technical glitch. It's a breach of trust, a cinematic catastrophe that left millions of viewers fuming, their highly anticipated night of reality television bliss shattered by an unexpected and frankly unacceptable delay. We're talking about the premiere of one of the hottest, most talked about shows on streaming, an event that was hyped, promoted, and awaited with bated breath by an entire fandom. Today we're pulling back the curtain on the behind-the-scenes chaos, the furious fan reactions, and the ultimate frustrating truth of what went wrong when Love Island USA Season 7 video failed to launch as promised, leaving its loyal audience stranded in a sea of anticipation and anger. This isn't just news. It's a deep dive into the very real consequences of modern streaming expectations and the digital disappointments that can truly drive viewers to the brink. The night was set, and the mood was electric. Millions of viewers across the United States, and indeed around the globe, had cleared their schedules, prepped their snacks, and settled in front of their screens, all poised to dive headfirst into the sun-drenched, drama-filled world of the Love Island USA Season 7 novella. The anticipation for this season was not merely high, it was stratospheric. Following the monumental success of Season 6, which captivated audiences with its explosive chemistry, genuine connections, and unforgettable moments, expectations for the new installment had reached a fever pitch. Fans were desperate to witness the next chapter of coupling, challenges, and romantic turmoil, especially with the added buzz of Ariana Madix's much-hyped entrance into the villa, promising a fresh wave of excitement and star power. Peacock, the streaming platform that holds the exclusive rights to this reality TV juggernaut, had been aggressively promoting the premiere, plastering advertisements across social media, digital billboards, and television screens. The message was clear, precise, and unwavering. Love Island USA Season 7 would debut at 9 p.m. ET, like 6 p.m. PT. This wasn't a suggestion. It was a firm commitment, a promise etched in the digital ether, eagerly consumed by a ravenous fan base counting down the seconds. The clock ticked towards the appointed hour, and viewers, their fingers hovering over the play button, waited with bated breath for the screen to light up with the familiar intro music, the sweeping drone shots of the villa, and the first glimpse of the new islanders ready to embark on their quest for love and prize money. But then, as the digital countdown reached 0, a palpable silence descended. No intro music, no villa, just for many, a blank screen or a frustrating loading icon. The promised premiere, the highly anticipated launch event, simply did not appear. The designated start time came and went, and instead of the vibrant world of Love Island, viewers were met with nothing but confusion and a rapidly escalating sense of dread. The collective groan across social media was almost audible. It was a digital cacophony of confusion, questions, and a rapidly simmering anger. Just a minute after the supposed start time, as the first wave of disappointment began to ripple through. The fandom, Peacock finally broke its silence, but it wasn't the premiere. It was a message delivered via their official X, formerly Twitter account, that only served to fan the flames of frustration. We got a text. Tonight's episode will be slightly delayed, but it is worth the wait. Stay tuned. The use of the iconic Love Island phrase, "we got a text," was a thinly veiled attempt at injecting some levity into a rapidly deteriorating situation. However, for a fan base already on edge, eager for their nightly dose of drama, this attempt at playful communication largely fell flat. It felt dismissive, almost patronizing, to an audience that had meticulously planned their evening around this specific broadcast. The phrase, usually a harbinger of exciting new challenges or romantic twists within the show, now symbolized a roadblock, a frustrating deferral of gratification. The vagueness of slightly delayed and worth the wait offered little comfort or concrete information, leaving millions of viewers in limbo, their primetime entertainment slot dissolving into an abyss of uncertainty. The immediate aftermath. was predictably a social media firestorm. The digital landscape exploded with a furious outpouring of tweets, posts, and comments. Screenshots of the delayed Peacock interface flooded timelines, accompanied by expletive-laced complaints and declarations of utter disbelief. Fans expressed their frustration, pointing out that they had subscribed to Peacock specifically for this show, that they had organized their evenings, canceled plans, and even endured the dreaded spoiler minefield of online discussions, all for a premiere that simply failed to materialize. The anger wasn't just about the delay itself. It was about the lack of communication, the last-minute announcement, and the feeling of being disrespected as loyal subscribers. Many users highlighted the irony of a major streaming service, with seemingly limitless technical resources failing at such a basic and critical task. This is why I stick to cable. Some fumed despite the clear shift towards streaming services. Others questioned Peacock's reliability, threatening to cancel subscriptions if such issues became a recurring problem. The sentiment was clear. In an age where instant gratification and seamless streaming experiences are the norm, even a slight delay can feel like an egregious offense, particularly when it comes to highly anticipated live-adjacent content. Adding to the confusion and further fueling the outrage, reports began to surface from Canada. Viewers in the Great White North who accessed Love Island USA via the CTV streamer were seemingly experiencing no issues whatsoever. Their premiere episode was available as scheduled, playing without a hitch, allowing them to dive into the villa drama precisely at the advertised time. This crucial detail immediately sparked speculation. If Canadian viewers could access the episode, it strongly suggested that the issue was not with the content itself, but rather a more technical glitch, squarely on Peacock's side. It pointed to a problem within Peacock's internal distribution, server capacity, or content delivery network, rather than an overall production delay of the episode itself. This realization only intensified the frustration for US viewers too. Know that the show was out there, accessible to others, but inexplicably locked away from them. Felt like a cruel cosmic joke. The sentiment was amplified. It's literally available elsewhere. Why can't I watch it? The situation became a waiting game, a digital purgatory for the Love Island faithful. Minutes stretched into an agonizing eternity. Every refresh of the Peacock app, every check of social media was met with the same disheartening reality. Still no premiere. The initial slight delay began to feel less slight and more significant with each passing moment. The show was supposed to start at 6 p.m. PT. It wasn't until approximately 6:40 p.m. a full 40 minutes after the advertised launch, that the Love Island USA Season 7 premiere finally mercifully landed on Peacock. The collective sigh of relief was almost as loud as the earlier collective groan of frustration. Finally, viewers could immerse themselves in the world they had so eagerly awaited, finally witnessing Ariana Madix's much-anticipated slow-motion entrance into the villa, a moment that had been teased heavily in promotional materials and was now, after the agonizing wait, a welcome sight. Once the episode was finally live, Peacock returned to X, this time with a message of gratitude, attempting to smooth over the ruffled feathers of its subscriber base. Thank you for your patience. The Love Island USA episode is officially live now. Enjoy the premiere. While the sentiment was appreciated by some, for many, the damage had already been done. Too little, too late was a common refrain. The experience had been marred, the excitement tempered by the frustration of the unexpected delay. For a show that thrives on immediate engagement, live reactions, and the collective experience of watching together, a significant delay on premiere night can have a lasting negative impact, affecting not just immediate viewership, but also word of mouth and overall audience perception. The high expectations for Love Island USA Season 7 weren't just a marketing fabrication. They were rooted in the genuine success of Season 6. The previous season had been a ratings powerhouse, a surprising breakout hit that had finally solidified the show's format in the American consciousness. For years, the US version of Love Island had struggled to capture the same fervent audience as its wildly popular British counterpart. There were questions about whether the format translated well to American audiences, debates about casting choices, and concerns about whether the show could generate the authentic, unscripted drama that made the original so compelling. However, season 6 changed everything. It was a watershed moment for the franchise in the US, finally achieving a level of investment and engagement from viewers that had previously seemed elusive. The secret sauce, it turned out, was the chemistry and drama from the cast. The Islanders of season 6, six weren't just reality TV participants. They felt real, their connections genuine, their conflicts authentic, and their personalities unforgettable. They brought the emotional depth, the hilarious one-liners, and the dramatic confrontations that viewers craved. It was a season that produced viral moments, iconic quotes, and legitimate fan-favorite couples. This newfound success wasn't lost on Peacock. The streaming platform clearly understood the immense draw of this particular cast, recognizing that their appeal extended far beyond the villa walls. This understanding led to a strategic decision that underscored the show's burgeoning popularity. Peacock greenlit a brand new spin-off, Love Island Beyond the Villa. This innovative extension of the franchise was designed to follow some of the most popular personalities from the previous season, allowing fans to continue their journey with their favorite Islanders even after the main show concluded. It was a clear signal of confidence in the Love Island USA brand and a testament to the immense loyalty of its growing fan base, making the premiere night technical stumble all the more bewildering and frustrating for those eagerly awaiting its return. As the frustrating delay unfolded, the internet, in its inimitable fashion, responded with a deluge of humor born from despair. When Love Island USA failed to premiere on time, the online world didn't just complain, it memified the crisis. Social media platforms, particularly X, were inundated with hilarious and relatable memes, many of which ironically drew inspiration from the very show that was failing to launch. The most prominent and widely circulated memes cleverly quoted season 6's iconic Kayla and her unforgettable "What fuck Aaron" moment. For those unfamiliar, this phrase became a viral sensation after a dramatic confrontation in the previous season, encapsulating a raw, unfiltered expression of frustration and exasperation. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated reality TV gold, and now it was being repurposed by a furious fandom to articulate their feelings towards Peacock's technical difficulties. Images of Kayla, often with exaggerated expressions of disbelief or anger, were captioned with variations of "me waiting for Love Island USA," followed by the emphatic "fuck Peacock" or "fuck this delay." It was a collective inside joke, a shared catharsis for the masses of viewers who felt personally slighted by the streaming giant. Other memes featured Islanders looking confused, bored, or outright furious, their expressions perfectly mirroring the mood of the audience. The memes weren't just funny, they served as a powerful outlet for collective frustration, transforming individual annoyance into a shared comedic experience. They highlighted the absurdity of the situation. A show about manufactured drama was being outdone by real-life technical drama. This surge of meme culture not only provided a much-needed coping mechanism for delayed viewers, but also inadvertently amplified the buzz around the show, even if the initial buzz was rooted in widespread irritation. It underscored just how deeply invested the fan base is, and how quickly their disappointment can manifest in creative, albeit pointed ways. The Love Island USA Season 7 premiere delay wasn't just a blip on the radar. It was a stark reminder of the delicate ecosystem of modern streaming. In an era where digital content is king and subscriber loyalty can be fleeting, even minor missteps can have disproportionately large consequences. For a platform like Peacock, which is striving to compete in a fiercely competitive market dominated by giants, ensuring a seamless, reliable user experience is paramount. A show like Love Island USA, with its dedicated, socially active fan base, represents a significant asset. These are viewers who not only watch the show, but actively engage with it, creating buzz, driving trends, and generating the kind of organic promotion that money can't buy. To disappoint such a crucial segment of their audience on premiere night carries a weight far beyond mere lost viewership for a single episode. The incident raised questions about Peacock's infrastructure, its ability to handle peak demand, and its communication protocols during unforeseen technical difficulties. In a world accustomed to instant access and flawless delivery, any deviation from this expectation can quickly erode trust. While the episode did eventually go live, the initial frustration lingered, coloring the viewing experience for many. It underscored the fragile nature of digital entertainment, where the smooth delivery of content is often taken for granted until it suddenly isn't. The expectation for streaming services is no longer just can it play, but can it play perfectly, on time, every time, even during peak moments. This incident serves as a cautionary tale, a lesson learned the hard way about the immense pressure on streaming platforms to deliver on their promises, particularly for highly anticipated event-style programming. As the Season 7 continues to unfold, it remains to be seen if the initial premiere night stumble will have any long-term impact on viewership or fan engagement. While the initial outrage was palpable, the sheer drawing power of the Love Island format, coupled with the allure of its new cast and the highly anticipated appearance of OUTRAGED, Ariana Madix, may ultimately outweigh the temporary frustration. However, the incident serves as a significant case study for streaming services everywhere. In the world of instant gratification and fiercely loyal fandoms, timely and transparent communication, coupled with robust technical infrastructure, is no longer a luxury but an absolute necessity. The digital era demands perfection, and when that perfection falters, even for a moment, the outrage can be swift, widespread, and unforgettable. And that brings us to the end of this captivating and at times frustrating tale from the world of streaming entertainment. It's a vivid reminder that even in our hyper-connected digital age, glitches can happen. And when they do, they can truly shake the foundations of even the most dedicated fan bases. We'll be keeping a close eye on the unfolding drama both inside and outside the villa. Thank you for tuning in for this special report. Good day.